B'Shem Hashem Naseh V'Nasliach. Pele Yoetz, the wondrous advice, talks about Shalom. Rabbeinu Papo Alav Shalom, Eliezer Papo. He explains about peace. So he says in Tehillim, Baqir Shalom V'Radvehu. Seek Shalom and go after it. Utnan Name, Heve Metalmidav Shel Aharon. That one should be like the students of Aharon, Ohev Shalom, Verudev Shalom, a person who loves peace and pursues peace. U'ma'amarei Rabbeinu Zal v'Shas u'Midrashim u'Ferech HaShalom v'Sifrei HaMusar Meleim Ziv. And there are many stories from our rabbis of blessed memory in the Talmud, in the Midrashim, and many meaningful lessons about the benefits of Shalom. Yediun Yagidun Kama Gadol Shalom Kama Sanui HaMachloket. And it's known how great is to have peace, Shalom, and how bad it is, how much Hashem hates argument, Machloket, disagreement. ולא דיברו חכמים אלא במי שמחלוקת רודף אחריו והוא בורא ממנו השלום, בורח ממנו והוא רודף אחריו. לזה יקרא אוהב שלום ורודף שלום ויחללו בשערי מעשיו. Our rabbis they are not talking about somebody who has disagreement, and they're not talking about somebody who has disagreement. You could have a disagreement, but at the same time, you could keep your shalom, right? That you go, you pursue it, you set aside your disagreements for the peace of shalom. This is the definition of somebody who is ohev shalom, somebody who goes after the gates of shalom and forgoes something that he really thinks that he deserves, but for the sake of shalom, he lets it go. והנה אם תאמר לאיש ריב ומדון, הלא ידעת אם לא שמעת כמה גדול השלום וכמה שנוי המחלוקת, אמרו יומא ידעתי. Now if you come tell a person who is well doing, right, don't you know, haven't you heard how great it is to have peace, and how bad and hateful is argument. Amor Yomar, and he comes to say, he says, Yadati, I know it. Aval mi yochal leita'aper liyot b'shalom im ha'am hamachisim oti al panai tamid. But how could I have shalom, peace, with everyone who is against me, and they, act with me with anger, right? What do you want from my life? Everyone is against me. It's very hard. They have kin'ah, they have jealousy, they have other issues with me. So you should tell him, Im haya davar naqel lo haya hakadosh baruch hu qoveh kol כך שכר ולא היה כל כך גדול השלום, אבל לפעמים סרעך. You should tell him, it's so great. Hashem gives so much value for shalom, for peace. And the harder it is for you, the greater the reward. So don't give up. והרז דומה למי שאומרים לו מן השמיים. And it is as if to say that Hashem is telling a person from Shamayim, Im tihye b'shalom im peloni, that if you have peace with so and so person, hayo tichye elef shanim, then you're gonna live 1,000 years. Elef shanim. Ve'im ta'aseh machloket tekef tamut. And if a person does, fight and the argument, perhaps he can drop dead. Wow. שבלי ספק לא יסבול והיה נaqel בעיניו להיות בשלום נגד התולעת הגדול שלא למות ולהיות אלף shalom. It's better for a person to have shalom, right? That he should not die and he should live 1,000 years. ועל אחת כמה וכמה צריך, how much more so a person needs להתחזק אדם, that he needs to strengthen himself, כדי שלא למות מיתת עולם, that he should not just dying out of the sin, right? Because if a person sins, the sins that he has could make him die before the time comes. וכדי לזכות לשכר טוב העולם הבא, to reach the עולם הבא, you need to work hard to have shalom. שיפה שעה אחת של קורח רוח בעולם הבא מכל חיי העולם הזה. As our rabbis teach us, 1 second of having peace of harmony in the world to come, it's better than the whole life living here in this universe, right? But giving up the Olam Haba. In other words, the life in Olam Haba is more important than life in Olam Hazeh. So one needs to put that in his life and see what he is going to gain by keeping Shalom. Is it going to be the life for the world to come, right? Is it going to be that beneficial or not? If it is that beneficial, then he needs to forego. He needs to give in. He needs to let it go. Kazot hachayiten et libo al kol hadavar haqashe. Therefore, a living person, needs to pay attention on any difficult subject. Ve'az kol har givha sheipalo ve'haya ha'akor le'mishor ve'im gadol ha'shalom ben ish u'ben re'u ha'lacha kama v'kama ben ish le'ishto. Right? And then the person understands the importance and the importance and the greatness of peace. That if the peace is so important between a man and his fellow friend, how much more so peace and harmony is important to be between husband and wife. And they need to hate disagreement. וכבר כתבתי מזה לאל בדרך מחלוקת אין שם. that רבנו יוסף, רבנו Eliezer Papo says, there is a subject on מחלוקת. Go look over there further on this subject. ולא די לאיש במה שיעשה שלום לו עם הכל וירבה כבוד ביתו. Wow, this is the subject that we're talking about. It's not enough for a man to do במה יעשה שלום לו עם הכל וירבה כבוד ביתו. He needs to do whatever he can to have peace and to have more honor at his home. In other words, to give peace and to provide peace and honor at his home. אלא גם כי יהיה ריב בין אנשים או בין איש לאשתו, יצטרך בכל מעשי כוחו להביא שלום בין אדם לחברו ובין בין לאשתו, שעושה נחל רוח גדול ליוצרו הרב. That he should try his best, right? If he's doing it between man and his fellow, how much more so at his own home, to have shalom with his wife and with other members of the family. Shehu ma'advarim. And this is very important, and this is one of the things she'ochel perotem ba'olam hazeh. Mishnah says one of the things that the person eats, the fruit, the benefit of it in this world, but the main thing is going to be remained in the world to come. Uteda, and you should know, shara Kadosh Baruch Hu shina mipnei shalom veitir limchok shemo. Right? That Hashem does something that is unbelievable. He makes it something that is not supposed to be, He allows it to happen, which is erasing His name. שנכתב בקדושה מפני הבאת שלום. The story is about the Mesota, that when the husband is suspecting his wife to secluded herself with a man, and the husband gave warning to her beforehand, and nevertheless she didn't listen, and she was seen going in seclusion with this man, but nobody knows exactly what happened. So they need to bring her to the court, to the Beit HaMikdash, where the Sanhedrin was, and they would take the name of Hashem, they would write the name of Hashem, write it in a parchment, and the ink on the parchment would get diluted in the water, right? And that water they would give it to her to drink. And if she was a choteh, if she was a sinner, then she would get her punishment, and it would become known to everyone. So we see over here how important was Shalom, that over here if she wasn't a sinner, she would be blessed with better children, more handsome, beautiful children, so many blessings. So if we see from here proof that for the sake of Hashem, Hashem is allowing us to go fakir, to go against of that which He says in the Torah, not to say the name of Hashem in vain, and obviously not to erase it, but we're doing it for the Shalom. We erase the Hashem. This is something that Hashem allows it. This was the characteristic of Aharon HaKohen, his behavior. Shahaya ma'arbe shalom ba'olam, that he increased peace and harmony in the world. Ve'ain ze sivui, heve mitamudav shel Aharon, ve'ra'u gadol limchor al kevod, that one should be like Aharon HaKohen and his students, that they went after Shalom, just like Aharon HaKohen. Aharon HaKohen always had Shalom. When he passed away, everyone mourned for him. Something that they didn't do for Moshe Rabbeinu. Ki sichar v'chi sich lahem lahasil lev ha'even benoam siach v'divreihem ostim perot o mipenei abusha o mipenei hakavod ve'al ken amru talmidei chachamim marbim shalom ba'olam. And that's why, right, one needs to, think, and the way that he does the mitzvot should be for the sake of Hashem, not for the busha, not for the embarrassment, not for the kavod. Rather we do that which is good for the shalom. Talmidei chachamim marbin shalom ba'olam, that real Torah scholars, they increase shalom. Ve'od his hiru Nu Rabotenu Zichronam Livracha ve'amru have magdim b'shalom kol adam. And our rabbis, they warn us, they make us cautious, they caution us, right? That have magdim shalom kol adam, always give shalom first. Ve'amru alav al Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, that they talk about Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. שהיה מקדים שלום לכל אדם ואפילו לנוכני בשוק, that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, he would give shalom to everyone first, even to a Gentile in the market. Ve'amru, and he says Shemi, and over there they say, our rabbis teach us, Shemi shenotenim lo shalom ve'eno meshiv, somebody who you give shalom to and he doesn't answer, Amru ne'emar, it says in Yeshaya, Gezelat ha'ani bebatehem keri be'leshon aniya, that is like stealing from an ani, from a poor person. Vehen emet she'amru b'zohar HaKadosh, and this is true. It says in Zohar HaKadosh, Ki lo tov liten shalom lo lahashiv shalom le'adam rasha. It's not good to give shalom to the, or answer shalom of a person that is a rasha. Shegorem ra'a la'asmo, because this rasha, right? When you answer shalom to him, you're bringing bad to yourself. מכל מקום יוכל לומר לכל אדם בדרך שאומרים בחוש נשום טובים ימים. So he says, רבנו Papa says, טובים ימים וזהו נחשוב שלא לומר להזכיר שלום שהוא שמו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. He says, a person who is not worth it, a person who is not worth it to receive shalom, don't give him shalom. Tell him good day. Because the name of shalom is the name of Hashem. And this person doesn't deserve that you use the name of Hashem for him. וכמה חיוב הרמה על השירים ועל תלמידי חכמים להקדים שלום לכל אדם. How important it is for תלמידי חכמים to give shalom to everyone, ובפרט לעניים, especially to the poor people, כדי שלא יחשדום שמתוך כאבתם הם נבזים בעיניהם. That these poor people should not think that, this guy thinks he's somebody, he's rich. He has money in the Swiss banks and he thinks, he's somebody. No, give shalom first. The money is in the Swiss bank for what purpose? He's not going to take it with him to the world to come. So use your good way of greeting others with giving shalom. וכמה פעמים יערה שאני נותן שלום לעשיר בבושת פנים בשפה רפה על כדי שכל לא ישמע. And many times it happens that the rich person gives shalom, right? He gives shalom to the ani, but he gives that very quietly. Like, who is this guy that I give shalom to? And his voice is not even heard. והעשיר טרוד במחשבתו בעצחה ואינו משיב לו. Or many times the ani gives shalom and the ashir even doesn't hear it. Right? He's thinking about his buildings and his what's it called? His investments, his stocks. או שמשיב בלחש ובאים לחשתו ולעבר עליו תועה. So then it comes bad. Because then the ani will talk negatively about this individual. והנה כן, מה טוב להקדים שלום. Therefore, it's how good it is to give shalom. Right? And go after shalom. Even a poor person. Or tell him, איך שלומך? How are you doing? How are you feeling? מה אתה עושה? What do you do? הטוב, טוב. Everything is good, really good. ולמצווה רבה תחשב שמשמח לב אומללים ויתייקרי מרבה ומה מאוד יגדל העונש למי שאינו חושש לעשות נחל רוח לבריות ובפרט לעניים מרודים בדבר שאין בו חסרון כיס רק דבר שפתיים. Now, something when you give shalom, you're not giving from yourself. Right? You're not going to lose anything. Just by a good gesture, you're gaining so much back. A few more minutes to this. אין זה כי אם רואה לב אשר גאות לבש, אשר אם חכה נמה, שאין דרך הקטנים ליתן שלום לגדולים. It's not the way of the young people to give shalom to the older ones. Right? והכי נמי, אין דרך גדולים ליתן שלום. Some people say, okay, it's not for the younger ones to give shalom. Some say that the bigger one is not to give shalom to the younger one. שצריכים לנהוג קצת, לספולל בעצמם בעבור תהיה Yiratam Utu. So it really shouldn't make these rules. Just you older, you younger, give shalom. Give shalom to somebody, to a person who is worth it to hear shalom. And it's bad in the eyes of others when you don't respect them, you don't greet them. Right? Usericha keshenoten shalom sheyu piv velibosh shavim. And it's important when you give shalom. And this subject is talking about is talking about giving greeting in shalom. Right? You need to mean it. Don't just say shalom. Shalom, shalom aleichem. So good to see you. Right? Shalom aleichem, shalom on you. Velo yiye me'otam shene'emar aleichem. Befiv shalom yedaber ubeqirbo yasim ervo. Don't be like those who just say shalom and talk, but they don't mean it. Gonev da'at haberiyot. Oh, not only they're not doing a mitzvah, they're stealing. They're stealing because they're making impression that I love you. I value you. But deep down, it's a low life. Right? I can't see him, I can't take him. Right? Get him away from here. Right? The Sifra Torah al Shiftei Yah. And Torah talks about the Shiftei Ka, that the Shevatim Shemitoch Genuatam Lemar Redu Shivatam Shekevan Shesaneu et Yosef, that unfortunately because of their behavior, that which they hated Yosef, Lo Yachlu Daberu LeShalom, they could not talk to each other, to him in Shalom. Right? They could not talk to him in Shalom because they hated him. They couldn't see him. Lachen im yera'elo shra'u yumutal leson'oto. Right? Lo yidosh shalomo v'tovato im lo sheshoel mipiv v'mamora ve'inyan ha'avat shalom ben ish lechaveros tarich lishqol b'peles im hem me'otam sha'apizdiv lahem hana'a o hem me'otam. So basically, another understanding, if I understand it correctly, if there is a situation that you are not getting along with someone, don't be a hypocrite. Right? Don't act like nicely, shalom. Right? Right? Because that could be counterproductive. Right? You need to have, you need to greet everyone nicely, but at the same time, you need to understand, if there is something that is bothering you, you don't want to make impression that no, there is nothing bothering you. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen. Baruch Tiye.